Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're listening to this, and welcome to the Weebly Comic Podcast, a podcast where every week we talk about anime, manga, comic book movies, and the latest entertainment news. I'm Diego, also known as Wrath, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Brennan,
What up?
Adrian, aka Star Psycho,
Yo, what's up? How you all doing?
and Jay Avocado, who also has the most irrelevant opinion in this podcast.
You know what?
Damn.
That's crazy.
I'm just kidding. This week, we got a lot of variety when it comes to news. We got anime, we got Marvel stuff, we got Star Wars stuff, and we also have the Batman review at the end of this episode.
I mean, I feel like we're gonna speed through everything pretty much except for the AOT episode
Nah,
and
I don't want to
Batman.
talk about the AOT episode. We're not talking about the AOT episode this week. I'm
Oh
just
my
kidding. We always talk about the AOT episode. We're contractually obligated.
Mhm.
But
Most of this episode will probably be like Batman oriented. I feel
probably.
like.
Anyways, aside from all of that, like we said, we got the Attack on Titan episode as always. Also, as always, time codes in the description if you want to skip around. And there are also links to all of our socials, my YouTube channels, Adrian's Twitch, Brennan's Propstagram, Javen's YouTube channel. And without further ado, let's get right to it. Let's just talk about the one thing that we probably have the least to say, which is the Jujutsu Kaisen game. Because why? Why are they making a game that's a mobile game?
Money.
I mean,
Money.
he ain't wrong.
I know
the
it's for
trailer-
money, but
The
like
trailer was cool, but I just can't get behind these mobile games, bro. Like I can't.
I don't care to play mobile
I
games
just
at
wish if they were gonna do a game, just make a fighting game. I know that it's
Yeah.
overdone, but like Jujutsu Kaisen would have such a good fighting game. I hate it. I hate it here.
We're gonna get a role-playing game instead.
God.
all. Yeah, it's 2 new characters in the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that blonde chick and that one dude that was next to Itadori are like the player character.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I don't know what the
sir.
roles in the story or how the plot is going to be.
The sad part
told.
is I may end up playing it depending on what it actually looks like. Cause like it's supposed to be a turn-based RPG, and we all know that I love my turn-based RPGs. So
Bro, all I'm gonna say is the game shouldn't have come out until the arc that they're in the manga right now is out, because I feel like they could actually make a video game about the arc that they're in right now.
I would say the arc before it, they could have made it a perfect game.
What,
What, bro?
Shibuya?
Yeah.
all I'm
Well,
saying
yeah,
is
but
there better be a fighting game that comes out after the Shibuya arc or something. Cause I'm fiending for an actually good Jujutsu Kaisen game.
or even like the Naruto. I know a lot of people didn't like this game, but the Naruto Shinobi Strikers, like where you kind of build your own ninja and you can use different jutsus.
Nah.
Like even something like that, I'd be
Just make
interested in. For
Hinokami Chronicles,
Kaisen.
but with Jujutsu Kaisen people. I can
Nah.
guarantee, bro. No, don't Nami, cause they're Nami, but because they're making a JoJo's fighting game that was announced today or yesterday. I don't remember. Whenever the state of play was.
Or
But
like a Dragon Ball Xenoverse type game, even.
no,
Ooh, I would like that.
no.
Like let me build a character and choose like the curse techniques that I want.
Look, you're probably right. I just hate those games. I don't.
Well, yeah, those games aren't for everyone. I'm just saying, I like the customization like aspect, and I think like with all
No,
the
like-
curse
like,
techniques that you
I'm
see and stuff,
fine
I'd
with
be
the-
interested.
I'm fine with the customization aspect, but like, I don't want a game that focuses on a character that doesn't fucking exist. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Like, I want a game focusing on the characters that I watch in the damn anime. Like, if I could
I mean-
make like a player character as like a side thing, that'd be dope. But I
Uh,
don't want it focusing on some shit that doesn't actually matter.
So, I mean, I know you don't like Dragon Ball, but like Xenoverse is
Well, I
you
mean,
build your own character, but you're in important parts of like what happened in the anime, so it still
Nah.
derives on the main story. It's just you also have your own character that you can play.
nah. I mean, look, most of my bias just comes from Jump Force, and I know that like,
Jump Force is ass.
yeah, I was gonna say, I know that Jump Force is like
They're just
10
on crack
times
when they
worse
made
than
that.
both of those two games that you were talking about, but like, like Hinokami Chronicles is fire, Fighters is fire. I just want a game that just focuses on the fucking characters that actually exist. That's just me.
Man, Tekken Stan just wants fighting games.
I just want fighting games, bro. You know I got an issue when it comes to fighting games. I just want fighting games. That's all I want.
The only problem with that is how do you tell an interesting and original story on with characters that you already know unless it's like just an offshoot thing on the side? And then does it really feel like it matters if you never saw or heard anything about it in the show, you know what I mean?
Well, that's why I'm saying like do something like Hinokami Chronicles because honestly, playing through the anime, which is the story for Hinokami Chronicles, is literally just the anime. Like you go through every single step of the anime, every single fight in the anime. It's actually a really interesting take. But like I feel like personally doing that Toto and Itadori fight against that one demon or the one cursed spirit,
Economy.
yeah, would be fire. Because it would actually make you learn like a really complex mechanic of the game, which is like, switching back and forth between the character to do or between the two characters to do combos. I feel like that would be really cool. But I don't know, man. I just like original stories with that focus on the player character or alterations. I mean, I guess alterations aren't too bad, but just like some like Jump Force type shit where it just focuses on the OC. I don't like that. And I know that that's like something that some people do like, but it's just not for me. So
Listen,
yeah.
man.
So how about that Spy Family release date? It's coming out on April 9th,
Along with apparently everything else.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, yeah, we knew
I'm just
that
I'm just
it was
saying
coming in April. Pretty much.
specifically April 9th, you know what I mean? Cuz I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we didn't know
Also,
exactly
this one's
when.
actually confirmed.
Yeah.
There's a couple that I think weren't confirmed that we talked about.
Yeah, which is why we're talking about it because I'm hyped.
I'm
1 month away.
It's hard because I'm not like super excited, but like I'm interested. If that makes, because I literally know nothing about this
Yeah.
aside from like what I've seen in the trailer, and I think I've read like something about like what the main story is about. But other than that, like it's not like hyped for me. It's not, I don't really care about it. It's just like it has my interest, and I'm waiting
Yeah.
patiently.
Well, I mean, like for me, I read the first 3 chapters and then got news that the anime was coming, so I stopped reading. But like, I'm actually really intrigued to see how the anime goes because like it's just gonna be one of the goats this season. I feel like.
It seems like it has like an interesting premise with the father being the spy, the mother being the assassin, and the daughters is like I'm not sure. She just seems like she's just gonna fuck up their shit, or just like they're gonna have to work around her. But it seems like an interesting concept they have.
Yeah.
So I want to see what they're gonna do with that.
Same.
Yeah, I actually think the show's gonna be trash. No, I'm kidding.
Bruh.
Bro, it's
Always
being
the
done by
haters, bro.
it's being done by Wit. So at worst case scenario, it looks really good, but let's be honest, like it's not very often that people hype up a show like a lot, or hype up a manga a lot, and then it ends up being like the anime ends up being trash. So I'm
It's usually a
Dr.
bad thing
Stone.
bruh.
It's usually a bad adaptation that they're mad about, aka Berserk.
AKA Promise Neverland.
That was different though, because that was season 2.
Yeah.
So that was already after the fact.
But Berserk
But
was fine for a little bit.
I'm talking
okay,
about
sorry.
the newer one, 2016,
yeah, no, that one was
2017.
ass.
No, that one we don't talk about that. That didn't exist.
That didn't exist. I don't know what you're
uh,
talking about, bro. There was no 2016, 2017 Berserk.
All I'm saying is I think it'll probably be good, and I'm definitely watching it.
Yes, sir. All right. As I was saying, Trash Stone is finally over.
You're wild for that.
Bro,
The Dr. Stone's lovers are gonna hate you for that, bro.
I hope they do. Hate me, please. The show is mid.
Have you tried reading the anime? Or reading the anime? Am I dumb? Have you tried reading the manga?
Reading the anime. Dude,
Read the subtitles.
I watched what? Like 75% of the first season, and I could not get into it for the life of me. So I just don't think it's for me, and I don't think reading the manga will change that. Granted, I've been proven wrong because several fucking mangas that I read right now, I had the same opinion. But like at this point, I've dug a grave so deep that like it's just ignorance to not want to read the Dr. Stone manga at this point, because I'm like,
He's like, I'll look stupid for hating if I like the
exactly.
manga.
If I end up liking it, I'm gonna look stupid as hell, and I'd just rather look stupid as hell for not giving it a chance than look stupid as hell for not giving it a chance but then liking it.
All right, wait. I have a question. Adrian, do you read the Dr. Stone manga?
No, I don't.
See,
I'm only an anime watcher for it because I'm not that interested in the story.
See,
The
bro, because it's
fantasy-
mid.
No, okay, so the story is interesting,
It's
but I'm not like
mid.
my
I'm not
God.
gonna. This one isn't the one where I'm like I'm gonna go out of my way with like reading the manga for it. It's like Fire Force to me. It's like the same tier. Like
That's
they're good
crazy.
stories. But I don't have the same interest to like go out and read it as if I was like watching Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, yo, I need to see where this story goes. Like, you know.
That's a crazy take because I almost bought the Fire Force mangas. I almost started.
See, I don't think that makes it mid, Diego, because if you can have the self-restraint to just not read it, like, I mean, you were able to do that with Chainsaw Man and with Spy Family apparently, but you still are hyped for those things.
No, don't get it twisted. I'm reading Chainsaw Man.
Oh, so you didn't stop for the longest time for no reason, bro?
I didn't stop for the longest time because I started watching One Piece.
Uh-huh. So anyway,
and
damn, I don't
I'm
even
probably gonna start reading Demon Slayer because I just can't wait anymore, bro. So
the thing I was gonna say was the reason I asked Adrian if he reads Dr. Stone is because like I
it's
can't
mid.
imagine I can't shut up, bro. I can't imagine you reading it and getting like that much crazier of an experience than the anime because I don't see anything wrong with the anime at all. So if you don't like the anime, I don't see how reading it would change anything.
I think it's mostly because of the artwork. Because the artist for it is a really like he's amazing. Like, have any of y'all seen like the not one shots, but like side stories for Ace by the
Yeah.
artist?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same artist for Doctor Stone, and he does another art for a different story. I don't know what it's called. So I do Sunken Rock, but the art for those mangas that he's like illustrated are amazing.
No, like I
love
see the art that's like thrown up on Shonen Jump's Twitter to like promo the new chapters. And like it's really good. It's just like I don't know. I feel like with as much of a science head that I used to be in school, I would like it a lot more because it's like heavy science, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I just can't be bothered, bro. Cause part of it's probably like, cause he wants to save the world so bad, and I'm like, fuck it, bro, just start over. Don't save everybody.
This man's a true Jaegerist. Like,
I'm
You're
dead,
telling
bro.
me that this world that we live in isn't fucked up?
Bro agrees with the villain in Doctor Stone.
I do. I do.
Ain't no way.
Maybe that's
man
why
says
I don't like
Tsukasa has
it.
a point.
Maybe
He
that's
said,
why I
"This
don't
man's
like it.
spitting. Hold on, I need to follow him."
Look, I don't agree. It's the same thing as with Eren Yeager, bro. I don't agree with his methods, but he got a point.
Bro,
Nah.
that's wild.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why I don't like Dr. Stone, cuz I don't agree with the whole point of the fucking show.
Hey man, humanity is worth saving.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Hey,
Listen, bro. Only
Who's-
saving the kids and not having adults and not having as much as you hate certain people, but not having those certain people around, like all that happens is you get rid of one issue and then you spawn another like one or two different issues. Like no matter what, it's like not saving certain people isn't gonna like change anything.
That's why you
What?
get the squad, get like a few other people that you knew that was chill, and that's it.
See,
Pretty
but
sure
that's not what
Diego
that's
would
not,
be a dictator if he could.
I
probably.
would for sure. For
I'm
sure.
kinda- I got to agree with Brennan here, bro. Dude,
Dog, we're not
dude.
having a philosophy conversation on the one thing that I want to talk about the least. So we're moving on to Attack on Titan, something that actually fucking matters.
So y'all said he's a dictator, right?
Yeah.
I told
alright,
you
at
I
least
would be. I would be if I had the chance.
At least let me just say my last
All
thing.
right, say your piece.
All right, I just have two things to say. Number one, Brennan, You're right, because once they all grow up anyway, there's just gonna be a bunch of adults who are like, "I helped save the world and destroyed the adults. I deserve more than all of you kids." Ha ha ha! It's just gonna be the same thing all over again.
Yeah, and then
Number
you
two?
shoot them, bro.
Number 2, I was like, get executed when you turn 40.
Yeah, we
Not
got
even, bro,
age limits,
35.
bro. You old enough
And
to
then-
become president? You got to get shot, bro.
The second your back hurt, you shot.
we ain't even supposed to be.
Is that a gray hair I see?
bro? He's been lying about his age.
You said you
But,
broke your leg, right? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Gotta put you down like Old Weller. Sorry, bud.
What I was gonna
Anyway,
say was,
second thing.
we're technically not even really supposed to be reviewing Dr. Stone. We're talking about a new gen that was pretty popular, pretty beloved, coming to an end. All right, how many more will end, people?
All of
A
them.
lot.
They're all
Literally all of
coming
them.
out.
Survive them.
That's crazy. What do you guys foresee in the new wave after this?
One Piece is still gonna be there for some
Exactly.
reason.
The new wave's gonna end, and One Piece is still gonna be chugging along, bro.
Two piece.
The new wave is sailing in on Luffy's boat, bro.
And they gonna be sailing off on Kaido's.
You're gonna have My Hero gone, Black Clover gone, Jujutsu Kaisen gone.
Whoa,
Demon
whoa, whoa,
Slayer
whoa, whoa!
already out.
Black Clover is in a question mark state.
Listen, bro. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I don't think it's gonna last as much as long One Piece is. This is I'm
That's
be
what I'm
honest.
saying.
All
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know,
say is,
It's gonna be long gone by the time One Piece ends,
I just-
Brennan. Let's be honest.
No, because the author said he wants to make like a long running story. Now I don't know about as long as One Piece, but like
I don't know where else the stories can go after.
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying, because
either.
isn't it like
I'm just
teetering on the
saying.
edge of being canceled?
no.
I don't know if it's gonna be canceled. I never heard of that, but like, I know some people aren't really liking this arc, mostly because of ass pulley stuff and
Ass police?
ass pulley stuff.
Oh.
as pulley.
Yeah, I'm the ass police for sure, bro.
I was
Anywho,
like, ass police, excuse me.
yeah, they put me in Black Clover. I need an ass police.
I'm dead.
Sir, where's your ass?
Sir,
You got too much of a badonkadonk.
sir, I'm dead.
But yeah, that's Black Clover is still a question mark, but I would say it's gonna end before One Piece. I bet money on it. I put $100. It's gonna end.
All right.
That's just me.
You can keep your hundo, bro.
Nah, give me that 100, no matter what the outcome is.
Ooh, funny.
You want to spend money? Then give it to me, bitch.
You a funny guy.
All right, so Attack on Titan is confirmed to end on around a chapter 130. On a chapter 130? On chapter 130. Which
Yes.
9 chapters from the actual end.
is it 9 chapters from the actual end?
Yes, sir.
Is that enough for a movie? Or is that too much?
Mm,
That might be enough for a movie.
That's a very short
definitely.
movie.
No,
How many chapters is Volume 0?
4.
Okay.
But they
That answers that
did
question.
also say they added in
A
a
lot.
bit for the movie.
Yeah.
So
I think honestly, I
like,
think
with-
it'll be fine. I mean, what I think it'll be easier
the
to say
movie,
once we
long.
get to the end of part 2, but I feel like it'll be okay because they're saving a lot of things that were already supposed to be shown in the anime. It feels like they're saving it for the movie, like things that just have already happened in the manga at this point. So I think that they're doing a little bit of rearranging so that, like, so imagine like a lot of content that's just being taken from stuff that's already being covered now and being put into the movie because they just skipped over it in the anime. So that's what I'm
so
thinking.
you
I
think
think
they could rehash a couple chapters?
when I say
that?
rehash,
That movie better
it's
be
just gonna
long
be
as fuck.
it's gonna be stuff that was skipped that there's just stuff that's been skipped so far. Like if they were following the manga 1-to-1, we would have already seen like this whole like episodes worth of stuff already. It's hard to explain because I don't want to spoil you guys,
But I feel like that doesn't make sense then because then they're gonna have to backtrack.
but it makes
chronologically.
sense. It makes sense. Honestly, I think it makes sense storytelling wise. To be honest, I mean, I think it was fine where it was in the manga, and I think it'll be fine where it is in the movie. To be honest.
So what I'm
Okay.
hearing is Attack on Titan's mid. That's crazy.
Where did you get that from?
Cause you telling me that they're skipping shit and then putting it in the movie.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It sounds
As
like a
long
load of
as
garbage.
I mean, I highly doubt that they'll do it poorly, but I think it'll be fine wherever they put it. To be honest.
Sounds like a sellout to me.
Oh my
I'm
gosh, it's
dead.
hard to
Yeah.
explain. I just don't want to. I want you guys to be as like knowing the least amount of things possible when you go into Attack on Titan, into the movie, etc. So I'm trying to be vague to not not to spoil you guys, but just you just gotta trust. All right, trust. It all
Sounds
makes
like
I
sense
would,
once you see the movie.
I would have, really enjoyed seeing it this season instead of having to wait for a fuck ass movie too.
You know what? The movie's gonna look beautiful, so I ain't even gonna complain, bro.
I'm not
I
worried about
would
how
be.
it looks. I'm worried about the fact that I want this damn thing to end, and I'm sitting here having to wait for it because they want to do some stupid shit.
Hey,
Facts.
bro, you wanna wait 5 minutes in a McDonald's line for a Big Mac, or you wanna wait 40 minutes for that 5-star cuisine, bro?
I'm gonna be
They,
honest, dog. I'll wait for the Big Mac.
I was gonna say they both
If
will
I'm
fill
that
me up.
hungry,
So
yeah. If I'm that hungry, bro, I'm waiting for the 5 minutes.
I don't know, bro. If that cuisine gonna have me creaming my pants, I might have to get the cuisine. That's
It's
all I
Shut
it's
can
up,
it's
say.
coo-
Adrian.
it's coochie cuisine.
I was gonna say it's probably some coochie. So he gonna want it either way, bro.
Exactly. I'm be all over. I'm be all
Excuse
But
over.
Adrian,
it.
but Adrian already failed that test.
What test? There's a
Yeah,
test.
because you know how
This
it
is,
ends,
bro.
so you already failed.
No, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh shit,
That's a
that's
deluxe Big
crazy.
Mac, bro.
I
That's a
was I
deluxe
was
one.
talking about that cuisine we were talking about, bro. He caved and he went for that was a less than a 5 minute cuisine.
Sheesh. All right, moving on.
I'm not gonna ask. Never mind.
Bro, Adrian is definitely getting the 5 minute Big Mac and not the five cuisine
No,
meal.
no, I no. That was so old me, Brennan. I have
That's
changed.
wild.
I have
5 minute Big Mac.
changed.
That's your
I'm
new name,
Adrian,
bro.
Nah,
changing.
you
Adrian,
know how
So
I know
it's
that Javen will wait for that whole ass cuisine because he's still a fucking virgin.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna be eating like a king, bro.
He's waiting
Next
for
year's
that
in 3
cuisine.
months.
He's waiting 2
Nah.
hours for that cuisine, bro. He's waiting 3 hours for that creme brulee, my guy.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir.
and he said the creme brulee.
Said I'm not
Exactly.
even. I'm not even here to wait for the breadstick. Give me the whole meal.
No, you
And then
ain't. You getting full off of the breadsticks. That's what you getting full off of.
Hey.
Crumbs.
I wait 3 hours to provide the breadstick. Thank you very much.
So this is gonna be piggybacking off of last week episode, but like speaking of having to wait for crucial information, we gotta wait for the movie. And Diego had to wait for this episode to make last week's episode
More
at least,
bearable.
kind of make sense for him.
I still think. Look, I will die on that hill. Last week's episode was the worst fucking episode of this whole ass show. But
Alright, bro, have fun dying. Anyways.
but this episode was fire, bro. This episode was fire.
This was a good episode for Gene.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yo, he beat Reiner. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Nah, he beat
I'll let
Reiner's
y'all-
ass, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to say it, but I was like, that's way deep in the episode. Let me.
We start off with Jean
With
fantasizing
Daddy
about
John, bro.
Mikasa, bro. He had a
His
baddie in
daddy
his
Gil
bed.
John.
I'm dead.
DDJ.
I'm dead, bro.
And then he wakes up to reality, bro. Hanj is knocking at the window.
I seem
How
to
y'all-
have missed a scene.
Huh?
I do not remember what you're talking about.
Hanj was knocking at
It's
the window, then
literally-
they had a little meeting right after.
Yeah, but when was he fantasizing about Mikasa?
In the beginning of
It's
the
literally
episode.
the opening scene.
I don't
First shot,
remember
bro.
this opening scene.
Yeah, he was like sitting out on his balcony enjoying some alcohol while Mikasa was taking care of their baby. He was like,
he
oh,
was
"This is
saying
the-"
he was-
you're okay. That's what that was. I'm gonna be honest. I was at work while I was watching this episode, so I was multitasking, and I didn't catch
Ain't
that.
no way, bro.
That's
Oh, man.
crazy. I need to rewatch that scene. That's wild.
Yeah, bro.
he
That
was
was
talking
literally.
about how he was gonna have like a steady life inside the like in a
Oh yeah.
like
Okay.
He was like, all I have to do is ignore this knock.
I see.
and obviously
okay.
he couldn't do it.
I get it. I get it. Dude, he is fiending for Mikasa. What the hell?
Bro, he's growling. He's
growling.
snarling for her,
barking,
He's on
bro.
the prowl, bro. He wants that scarf to sniff.
He
said,
looking
"I
like
know
me,
it
bro.
stank."
He looking like me. That's crazy.
So
Who's growling
anyways,
for
moving on.
That silence, bro.
What did you guys think of Hanji's like speech and rant, and like she kind of popped off when she was talking to Mikasa and John?
As I said, and I will say a million times, fuck that Mikasa scene last episode. That whole ass conversation could have taken place in that scene. That unneeded ass scene. That mid-tier ass scene. That scene that literally wasted my time, bro. And it would have made
Oh.
last episode so much better. So much
You're
better.
talking about literally like a 40-second scene, not even, bro.
And this
You
scene
can't let
was
it
like
keep
a
you up at
minute.
night.
This
You
scene
can't
was
let
like
it
a
keep you up
minute.
at night. It was like 3. Okay, it's like 2 or 3. Okay.
No, it was not. It was fast as hell.
All right, whatever. That's besides the point.
Bro, all I'm saying is
okay?
Attack on Titan is the worst fucking show in existence, bro. Just because of
You
last
did-
episode. Just
you
because
didn't
of
even answer
last
my
episode.
question.
What was
Bro,
your
you didn't answer my question. Oh my god. My question was, what did you guys think of Hanji's speech about how like she was like, I will not stand for genocide.
Oh, it was
Like, what's
fire. She was spitting straight bars, bro.
Shut up, you freaking Jaeger.
Nah, bro, she was spitting bars.
Duality of man.
She was spitting bars, bro.
I'm sick of this.
He was like, I didn't
Dog,
agree with what she
we-
was saying, but I like the way she said it.
No, she was spitting bars. I agree with her. I've told y'all a million times. I don't like the genocide, but it's better than Zeke's plan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that like I can't just sit here and just be all Zeke wanting to fucking chop my nuts off and die for some random people that I don't fucking know. I'm sorry that I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. But Aaron's plan, like if we annex the fucking genocide part, best plan in the goddamn world, best plan in any anime ever, best plan, bro. But the whole
Without the
genocide thing makes it a
there's
little
not
bit worse.
Much of a plan.
What are you talking about? Stomp the shit out of Marley, make a show of force like they talked about in this episode, and then they'll just be left alone for a couple years, bro.
But that's my point. That's not Aaron's plan. Aaron's plan is
Exactly.
genocide. Wipe out the entire.
And
so I'm saying
Gene's
if you
plan,
take out.
and Gene's plan is fire, bro.
You just relax while it happens.
No, what? Whose plan was it? It was talking about just.
That was John's. He was about to just let it
No,
happen.
I'm
He's like,
saying
"Shit,
who
bro."
was talking about like just stomp the fuck out of Marley and then they'll leave us alone. Or that was Hanji, wasn't it?
I don't know. A lot of people have said that the rumbling is necessary, but not to this extent. I mean,
That's
yeah,
what
a lot
I'm
of characters
saying.
have
That
said
is my whole shit. I may be a Jaegerist, but it's necessary, but not to this extent. And I don't understand why you keep trying to lump me in this box of that I want genocide. That is not what I want.
But
sorry,
then I would argue you're not really a Jaegerist then, because Jaegerists are like, yeah, kill everyone. Like you're like everybody else pretty much.
No, I'm not, because y'all want to chop your nuts off and die for some random fucking people.
No, I'm saying
Whoa,
you're like
whoa.
you're everyone else like in the anime. Like
Yes.
it's like we're not trying to kill everyone, but like yeah, we can kill some people.
Exactly. I'm in that group.
Yeah, I'm.
Wait. So this whole time you haven't actually been a Jaegerist?
Bro, as I've said for like I think this is like the 50th time that I've said this. If it's between Zeke and Aaron, I'll be a fucking
time out.
Jaegerist. I don't care, because fuck Zeke's plan.
Of course, but it doesn't have to be black and white. You don't have to be one or
Yes,
the
and
other.
I've said this. You can go back and listen to the last 4 episodes of the podcast. At least once I've said that I don't agree with the whole genocide thing and killing the entire planet, but it's way better than fucking Zeke's idea.
See, I can't tell. This is just a joke. This is just a joke. But I can't tell if this is character development or I'm being gaslighted. No, I'm kidding.
I'm dead. How is it character development if I've been saying this for literally since we started talking about Attack on Titan?
I'm just joking. All right. Well, that's cool. That's good to know now. I'm
Dog,
glad
what do
you're
you
not
mean
a
that's
Jaeger.
good to know?
Bro, I
all
thought
of the
we all thought
listeners
you-
know this, bro.
Bro, we all thought you were a Jaegerist, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm a Jaegerist if it's one or the other, bro. I'm a Jaegerist if it's one or the other, but I've literally
a
explained
Zuko
this on the
loyalist.
TJ episode of what my perfect plan would be.
Bro, you think I remember anything from that episode?
I hate you.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, I like how she was like, I like how she kind of like finished her speech with talk about Hanji again. You know, we sidetracked, but I enjoyed how she ended the speech and like everything with our military's done. That shit's gone. So I'm not I'm not giving you orders. I'm asking you to help me. And Jean just sat there and was like, or Jean, whatever. How it, I don't really know how to pronounce
They're
it.
It doesn't
fine. Both
matter.
are fine.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
tomato. It's fine.
He kind of has his moment, and he's like, "I'm a scout to the day I die."
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I will follow you." And to be honest, I'd follow Hanji too. Hanji's just one of those like top tier characters, you know. She's crazy,
No, she's been top
and
tier
she be
since the
doing
first
some.
episode.
She's been doing. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like she's wild. Like she definitely got some like problems in her head, but she's dope.
Bro, she's just excited about learning shit, bro. You can't knock her for that.
That's why I love that moment so much, though, because like we know Hanji as being that excited, crazy gal, and then all of a sudden she's like raw serious and punching the table, and I'm like, God dang.
All serious and vulnerable at the moment. It's like, damn. We all saw this as this crazy, psychotic scientist that wanted to learn the world, but now since she learned the world, and she's like, damn.
I would argue
all
she
fucked.
hasn't really been crazy
Since,
ever
like,
since
season
Erwin
1.
died.
Oh yeah, actually.
Because then she felt the weight of like having to make those types of decisions and everything, and she's been pretty serious since, I feel like.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
serious, but more serious than she
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Like definitely not as like laxed about things. Like she's definitely a lot more like, I don't know if uptight's the right word, but uptight about things.
I don't
Stressed.
need to ever
Yeah,
have
stressed. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
uptight.
Mikasa was very fast to be like, Aaron's wrong.
Bro,
That was just
I'm
something I
telling
noticed.
you, bro. She's not brainwashed. Like everybody keeps trying to implement or everybody's like everybody's pointing fingers at me like, oh, you're Aaron's little. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Huh? Huh?
Nothing.
That's crazy.
Cut that out, bro.
Nah,
Cut that
I'm
out.
keeping that in because it didn't even come through all the way. But yeah, bro. Like it just goes to show that Mikasa just want the dick, bro. That's it.
Huh?
She
Oh, I
does.
see.
Everything has been because she wants the dick. That's it.
Maybe, bro. Maybe.
But now, since
I
she
don't know.
sees,
She was looking cozy with
She want that
John.
Jaeger pee-pee.
nah,
Oh!
John.
Adrian, what did you just say?
I just said she want that Jaeger pee-pee.
Bro, I thought you said the other
That's
word.
not
I'm
what he
not
said.
even gonna
Yeah,
lie.
that's not what he said, bro. He's capping through his teeth. Diego, you need to make sure you listen carefully. Don't
No,
let
he
him lie
did.
to you.
I heard that. He
No.
said Jaeger
Oh,
pee.
No, he didn't.
No,
he
it's
did
because
not.
I was
Yes, I
talking. It's because I was talking that it sounded like something else. I heard it loud and
Brandon,
clear.
you heard that, right?
What do y'all think I said?
What do you think, Adrian?
Y'all better calm
Adrian?
down.
What is the next scene that happens though? I don't really remember. And that's sad
They
because I
flash
watched this episode
forward
today.
straight towards the campfire.
I'm pretty sure it's just Hanji making a stew and some small talk, and then Annie and Mikasa just, like I said last episode, there's some fucking confrontation that needs to happen, and guess what? We got that confrontation, motherfucker. So yeah, I'm happy.
All I'm saying,
Best scene of the show.
is
Best scene of the show.
Annie don't look so good anymore.
Huh? Yeah,
Nah,
you know what happened? You know what happened when you watch season 1, you were younger in her age range, and now she's still the same age, but you're a grown man now.
She's definitely not the same age range.
Yes, she is. Mentally, she's the same, but physically, she's
No.
still 16.
I don't think that's how. Is that really how that works?
Yes.
She looks like an old lady to me.
It's just because she's malnutrition, bro. What the fuck?
That's what
I
I'm
don't know.
thinking.
She just looked kind of old.
I'm dead.
Like, like
Just
He
I don't know.
said, nah, bro. It just made her.
Also-
it made her age accelerate, bro.
Was that the confrontation you were looking for, Diego? Because I feel like you were looking more for like.
Dog,
them,
they
like,
almost
squashing the beef.
literally were threatening to kill each other right there. What are you talking about?
Because it sounded like you were wanting them to like go over the beef they had, and to me,
They
this was more
did!
of like, but this wasn't about the beef that they had. This was just about like she was proving the point that like if I try to kill Aaron, you're gonna try to kill me. Like that's all Annie was trying to prove.
Because
She
Annie
like,
was basically calling her a puppet, which is literally what everybody's been calling her this entire time.
but like, see, I took that different. I took that as all three of them. Like she was
But the
saying that
conversation was mostly
to
with Mikasa.
Well, I want to
I
hear what Brennan
guess.
says though, real quick.
No, I'm just saying because like Mikasa was she knew physically Mikasa's gonna be the person to react, but she was also saying that for Connie and Armin as well. Like
I
she
don't think
meant that
Connie
to them
would.
just as
I don't know.
I mean I don't know either, but like she was saying like to her point like it was all three of them. It wasn't just because it was like because Armin actually spoke first and he said we'll talk to him, and she was like okay, and what happens if you can't talk to him? Or better
Actually,
yet, what happens when you do talk to him and you talk him down? Like what after? Like what's next after that? Because then it's like okay, so now our like what are we gonna come to to a conclusion of? Because Annie is very much well aware that like it might come down to like we might have to kill him. Like what if we can't talk him down? But she's also worried like are y'all gonna let us do our job and kill him if we have to? Because it doesn't seem like any of y'all three are really gonna try to kill him.
Well, I mean, look, Armin's not going to try to kill him. Armin doesn't want to kill nobody, period. So obviously Armin's
Yeah,
not going to be trying to kill him.
you're right.
Connie doesn't want to kill people. He will if he
Connie's
has
a wild
to.
card.
He will if he has to, but he doesn't want to.
I
Mikasa,
mean, that's the thing with Armin too.
well, yeah, but Armin's even less wanting to kill people. Armin doesn't want to kill people, period. He does if he has to, but he does not want to. Connie
Here's the
will want to
difference.
if he needs to, given the circumstances. Like,
Let me spit these facts real quick to prove your point, Diego.
but just let me finish. Because Mikasa is the only one who is always going to be called to action, especially when Eren is concerned. So this is that's why I'm saying that like that part of that conversation was directed completely at Mikasa, because this entire show from day one, Mikasa has always been in Eren's back pocket, and Mikasa is always the one to throw hands for Eren. Armin won't. Granted, Armin hasn't had the capability until recently, but Armin won't. He'll just stand there and try to be supportive, but he's not going to physically throw himself in front of Eren. Mikasa is the only one who will physically throw herself in front of Eren, which is why I'm saying that, like, that part of that conversation, yes, she was talking to all three of them, but that part of that conversation was specifically aimed at Mikasa. And that is why I feel like Mikasa reacted the way that she did, because at least I assumed everybody knew that she was shading Mikasa 1000% right there. And no, I'm not saying that I want them to throw fists, but they practically did threaten to like fucking kill each other, because Annie whipped out the ring and Mikasa was ready to draw some swords. Ergo, they have some major beef, and probably will still have some major beef until the day they both die. But that's enough conflict for me personally to be okay about whatever the hell happens going forward, because it's not water under the bridge. They still very much hate each other, but they're willing to put it aside to save the world. And like I said last week, I just wanted them to address the fact that there's still conflict, and they addressed it. So now I have no issue. But what were you going to say, Jay?
I was just gonna tell a joke.
Oh.
But it passed.
My bad.
No, I still look at that scene very differently.
You're wrong, but that's
No,
fine.
yeah. No, I just don't see it as like personal beef. I just see it as like Mikasa's just like I'm a fight for Eren, like period. Like I don't see it as like beef between them two.
What do you
But-
see them both drawing their metaphorical weapons at one another as? You don't see that as beef? That makes no sense.
Because Annie was threatening to kill, like saying like hey yo, like I'll kill Eren, and so Mikasa's like you ain't gonna lay a finger on Eren. Like you said, she's in his back pocket when it comes to fighting wise. But then you also have Connie, which to me Connie's like a wild card. He could be like Annie's got a point, but then he could also be like I'm with them. Like so I'm like that's why I'm like I don't know where Connie would stand also in that situation, because like he wants to save the world, which means if it comes down to it, it could very well come down to we have to kill Eren because he's not listening to reason. So would Connie then be like, okay, we got to kill Eren, or would he be like, Armin, listen, I'm gonna let you make the decision, and I'll follow you in whatever decision you decide to make, or like Mikasa, I got your back. Like if you want to save Eren, we'll save Eren. If not, then we'll do what we got to do.
I don't
Because
know, because I'm gonna be honest with you. The only one who I genuinely think does not see killing him as an option is only Mikasa. I know Armin is way too smart to not be like, we're not gonna have to kill him. No, we're not. We don't have to kill him. Like Armin's way too smart to have that point of view, because
so you think Armin will get behind it if he has to?
I don't think that Armin will get behind it, but I know that he knows it's a realm of possibility. Where Mikasa's like, that's not an option, but Armin is too smart to just rule that out. You know what I mean?
So you're saying
I see what you're saying.
Armin is like last resort. Mikasa's like that's not even anything.
Armin's
An
like last.
option.
Not even on the board.
Armin's like last resort. We may have to kill him, and Mikasa's like no.
Alright.
And that's why I feel like that whole conversation was aimed at Mikasa, because Mikasa again is the only one who does not see that as an option. And Armin and Connie, whether they want to admit it or not, are Connie, you know, though he is the dumbass of the group now that Sasha's dead, he's also reasonable. So I feel like
sometimes reasonable.
I mean, like reasonable to where like he can see the situation in front of him and be like, yeah, this might have to happen. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. The way he was treating Falco, it took a lot for him to get out of that. That's the only reason I say only partially. Like,
no, yeah, I agree, but I don't know.
But-
I'm giving Connie the benefit of the doubt right now, to where he realizes the gravity of the situation.
Can we also talk about how much of a menace Mikasa looked like when she whipped out the maneuver gear?
Yeah, bro.
She had like an aura around her, bro.
And this man want to
She
talk
looked like
about
she
they
went
don't
Ultra
have beef.
Instinct.
That's crazy.
But like, listen, bro. I'm just saying that seemed to me. It seemed more of a reactionary thing of like, you ain't touching Eren, not like you're calling me a puppet. I'll kill you for that. It was more of just like,
No, it was both.
you're threatening.
It was both.
I don't know. That's just not how I saw it. But Annie, at the end of the day, still stopped everything and was like, "You prove my point." Like, well, like basically said, "We'll cross this bridge when we get there." I guess. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, that makes sense. She was fleshing it out to see the reaction that she would get, so that she knows. All right, I won't immediately try to kill Eren, so I won't die on the spot.
I don't want to get whacked right now, so I'll hold back.
Speaking of getting whacked,
Bro.
Gene beat the fuck out of Rainer, bro.
Bro he
said, "Oh, so you killed Marco."
Bro, that whole scene was crazy.
For sure.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I got really happy when he kicked the fuck out of Gabby. Whether it was intentional or not, she deserved it.
Oh
she deserved it.
Is she having any redemption with you?
Nope.
Like,
no, she is, but my hatred is still there.
You're like, it'll never be enough.
Yeah, it'll never be enough. Cause like, if we're on like doing like a scale of 1 to 10, you know, when she killed Sasha, it was a 10, or no, it was like a 15, and then all of the events.
She's getting to a 10 now.
Yeah, all of the events that have transpired this season have made it drop down to a 12.
Well, still percent.
Wait, did the Reiner scene happen before or after the Yelena scene?
Before.
After.
Wait.
It was after, wasn't it?
Yeah. Him beating up Reiner was the last thing in the campfire. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
And
I
then-
thought
and then he
you
came
were
back
talking
and
about
told
Yelena
Gabby
scene
he'd
had
help him.
before.
So we didn't talk about a pretty
Bro, ain't nobody
intense
care
scene.
about that. I'm just kidding.
Actually,
Yeah.
I thought Yelena. We finally truly understood what Yelena's goals were, and she crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
she's crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She
That
might be like
scene
flock
too.
level crazy.
No,
I agree.
I'm gonna be honest. When Peak was just like, you know, airing her out, I was like, this is wild. Like some
Why she
crazy.
pet Peak like a dog?
I don't know.
He's like, damn.
She's
you're a
crazy.
good
No,
girl,
she's
aren't
flock
you?"
level crazy. Like there ain't no
Yeah,
she
bro.
might be. She is. Like, how are you gonna just pet somebody that aired you out, bro? Like,
She said,
But
"Good
I
job,
just
Pink.
wanted to be
You
considered
finally
a
found me
hero.
out. You
Wait.
found me out. What a good girl are you?"
Yeah, like it.
I'm dead. Think about it like this: Flock, Aaron, Yelena, Zeke. Flock would be nutter butters too if he was like lost his entire reason to push on, bro. I mean, I don't want to say that she's obsessed with actually, I
She
will
is
say that.
obsessed with
I
Zeke.
say, nah, yeah, I'm gonna take that back because I feel like for both Yelena and for Flock, their respective person that they look up to so much is also a means to an end. Where it's like they only really like and respect that person because it's going to attain for them the thing that they want. So for Flock, it's like, freaking just only Eldians left, whole world eradication. And for Yelena, it's, oh, I get to be known in history as the person who helped save the world from Eldians by getting rid of them all with Zeke's big plan. Like they both insane, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're both psychos.
They're just batshit insane, bro.
So that I think her petting peak is because she's just at a loss for everything, bro. Like nothing matters at this point.
Well, so you're just gonna pet a Titan just because you
Yeah.
can?
Bro,
I mean, to be
she
fair, I
lives in a
would. I would.
Okay, Hunch.
Dog, I'm gonna be honest. If I could be any character in this show, I'd probably be Hanj. Like, cause figuring out like the biology of Titans, that was super interesting. Like, that was probably the most interesting thing of season 2. It was season 2, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, like outside of the story, it was like the most interesting thing of season 2.
Sunny and Bean. All right. Well, who do y'all think that Yelena roasted the hardest?
Shit.
Shit,
Sean.
probably.
She got to him. Bro had to step up and leave.
Yeah, yeah.
He did.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It was Gene. It was Gene. Like, man's got
He made
roasted
him beat
so
someone up
hard.
and then he had to leave.
Yeah, the man's got roasted so hard that he had to leave.
Yeah, she was on everyone's head. She's like, Armin, you just a hypocritical bitch. Honey,
Dude,
you a dumbass.
actually, nah, you're right. Because, yeah, no, she flamed she maybe it's just because like it kind of made Armin realize like the reality of what he did, because nobody really talked about it aside from her. But like I think Armin got flamed the hardest because of like he do got the most bodies out of all of them, like point blank period. But
Actually, I
I
think
would
Reiner
say
has the
either
most.
Reiner or Marco, depending on who you think
dog,
did the
she
most.
said like thousands.
Yeah, but Reiner, when he broke the wall down, that killed like over hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, but she literally said it herself that he probably has the most, like the biggest mountain out of all of them.
Who? Armin?
Armin. Yelena said it
Nah.
herself that he has the biggest mountain of bodies out of all of them.
No, she's like
Right.
saying like, how tall of a mountain of bodies do you have, or have you raised?
Yeah, which is saying that he probably killed the most people.
Reiner definitely killed the most.
Not single,
Yeah.
not himself. He may have caused the most people to die, but he did not kill the
Okay,
most
okay.
himself.
Okay, yeah.
I
can
see what
say
you're
that.
saying. Okay. From that point of view, yeah, Armin did directly kill. I mean,
Thousands.
Reiner still directly killed those people, which is not like with his physical,
I mean, he
whatever.
turning on his Titan powers literally just did it physically. And then him walking around is like, well, I'll go wherever I go, and wherever I go, I'm just gonna accidentally kill
All
someone.
I'm saying, bro, is just because you're the one that's dropping the nuke doesn't make you any more or less of a fucking mass murderer. Just because the nuke did the job doesn't mean that you're not the one who dropped it.
All right, wait.
The nuke is the explosion that happens when he turns into the what's it called? The Colossal Titan.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with that. That's why I was confused. All right. Doesn't matter. Point is,
Next episode's gonna be crazy. That's what the point is.
Reiner got beat up. He deserved it. He probably liked it, bro. He didn't even fight back.
He probably
didn't.
liked it.
He's like, I deserve this as he's getting
I
beat.
deserve
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
When Gene was
please.
like, "Shut the fuck up with your self-pity shit," I was like, "Thank you." But
Reiner's he's just on one of his low moments is all.
he's been on his low moments since the start of season 4.
He's just a little sad.
You
That's
know what?
all.
Don't worry. He'll have his comeback.
Oh my god.
All right, I do have one random question. Thinking about it, I feel like there's a little bit of inconsistency with the Colossal Titans because we didn't get no big ass explosion when Marco first appeared, or when he did his like
Talking about
first
Bert?
couple appearances. Bertolt, that's who I meant to say. Who I get Marco and Bertolt like mixed up for some reason. I don't know why.
I
don't
think
know.
it
I just felt
may
like
be tied because you know how like I'm sorry for cutting you off, but you know
You're
how
good.
like how you view yourself affects what your Titan looks like or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe how he views like the destruction affects how destructive it is.
No, but then I'm talking about like in the first two showings of those Colossal Titans, there wasn't like a big ass explosion. Maybe even a third one too. I forgot if there was
The
even a
third
big
one,
explosion.
the third one was in the city that killed like pretty much everybody.
No, the third one when he was capturing Aaron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That third one, like he dropped what, the middle of the city and it like flamed everybody around him.
No, he was on top of the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It fucking burned
Really?
up so many people. All the people that Hanji was
Oh,
with, they all died, burned alive. I'm just saying. I
feel like we're
think
not talking about.
I think you can like influence how destructive the transformation is. That's my assumption.
I'm gonna call it right now. I think that once you're trained with the Colossal Titan, you can just control it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think you can just
Same way.
influence it and B control how, or it's the same thing. Just control.
I mean, it seems like it's not something they control. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Ramen just can't control it.
But
I feel like
hear me out, Adrian. I think that Armin can control it. I think he just chose to do a massive explosion because
It
it
would
was just
cause
part
the
of the plan. He
biggest.
had to.
Well, and
Get
it
rid of
would
all the
cause like the
in
biggest
the city, but
distraction.
never mind. I can't go any further with that. But like, I feel like if Armin wants to like go into it, like again, he just has to go with the explosion. I feel like it's like almost comes with it. I don't know. That's just how all
No,
the
no, I
feelings
don't.
and like the Colossal Titans I've seen. It's just it seems like it comes with it. Unless
Look,
you talk
Are you
about
talking
the
about the
first
lightning
two showings.
strike?
Not the lightning strike, the explosion that comes with it. The summoning of the Colossal Titan. Like that big nuke that's just there.
No, I don't think so because when Bert was on the wall and they revealed their identities, he only did like half of his body. I feel like for the Colossal Titan, so like we've seen Titans be able to like transform where they only do partial, like Aaron did like his arm at times or only half the body, just like Bert did half the body when they were on the wall after Reiner and Bert like exposed themselves. But I feel like so since they can control how much or how far they go with the transformation of the Titan, I feel like the Colossal Titan just has the extra step or the extra ability to make an explosion when they spawn. That's the way I see it.
It might
And
be.
to your
I just found
point,
it
I
weird. It
feel
wasn't
like
shown in the
Armin
beginning.
isn't the type of person to try to want to control it because like we've only seen him transform into it twice, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that he's like, yeah, let me just go practice. Like he really doesn't want that because you can see it on his face when he's a Titan. He doesn't want to be the Colossal Titan. So I don't feel like he's gonna go out of his way to try to control it. So I feel like that big ass explosion is just because he doesn't know how to stop that big ass explosion. Or maybe it's because he wanted the
Nah.
big ass explosion, like you said, so it just happened.
I
Well,
just find it weird that Marco didn't do it on the wall. Maybe it's because it's the
Bert.
wall.
bro,
The
bird
Titan.
hold.
Bert.
Bird told no. Why did I say Marco? I
And
feel
Paulo!
weird
wait.
that
Adrian,
I
if he did it on the wall, he would have killed Aaron, Reiner. He would have killed everyone if he did it on the wall.
no. I'm not talking about that. Like the very first time the Colossal Titan. Like the very
Yeah,
first
he
time
would
he
have
came. Like
probably fucked up Rainer,
He-
which was probably not the point.
well, no, he probably just felt like he didn't need to. Like he could just kick a hole in the wall and be done with it.
That too. But I'm saying
Plus,
like
if he did a huge nuke explosion, he would have destroyed all the Titans in the vicinity. So what's the point, bro? They take forever to get there.
that too. That's true.
true. All right. Never mind then.
Scarlet Witch solo movie. Apparently that's a big rumor going around. I'm not sure if it is a rumor, if it was like confirmed. I thought it was confirmed. I could be wrong.
From what I saw, I think it was a rumor.
Okay.
That's rumor true. She really getting all the love from DC. She got her own show.
DC.
She been in Marvel. Marvel. I don't know why I said DC.
Because you a damn
If you don't know how
fool.
to talk today, bro.
My brain is not working right now. I'm apologize. But anywho, she getting all the love from Marvel because she's been in Anywho, she's been in several movies. She even had her own show with Vision, and now she's getting her own solo film, bro. Like, she might be getting more love than Spider-Man. I ain't going cat.
I don't know about all that. But the reason why this rumor is like being a rumor is because Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch, recently renewed her contract with Marvel.
To 8-year contract.
I mean, either way, I feel like it was bound to happen. Like, there's been too much Scarlet Witch stuff going on for her not to get her own movie. Like, I know she got her own TV series, but that TV series, let's be honest, was more to like jumpstart the whole multiverse aspect
Yeah.
of the Marvel phase,
I'm
as much as it was like just her own solo thing.
I'm just really interested to see, like, if she does get a movie. I'm really interested to see like what it'll be about, because like it's looking like she's going to be the villain for Doctor Strange, or one of the villains for Doctor Strange. So seeing her
Or at
go
least a
from
variant of her.
yeah, true, it could be a variant of her. But yeah, it's very interesting. Speaking of like
Redemption arc movie.
true, do y'all have any thoughts actually before I move on?
No other thoughts.
I'm just thinking about if she gets her own movie. I just feel like it's weird. It's starting to get to the point where like getting into the MCU, like as if you're a new fan, is like really did like it's a high, like it's a lot to ask now, because like you wouldn't even be able to watch the Scarlet Witch movie without having seen most of the Avengers movies, her TV show, and then Doctor Strange. Whereas like for something like Shang-Chi, you could like just watch Shang-Chi and just understand. So I think that's interesting how the MCU is just like really spread out
I mean,
how
the
much you
same
have
can
to
be said
watch.
about Endgame, because like I
Yeah, for sure.
you like there very few of those movies can you not watch and still understand Endgame, and like
That was what Endgame's without TV shows though.
that's true. But like at the same time, everybody and their mother has seen most Marvel movies, if not like a few. So I don't know. I don't feel like
I
it's
think they're probably also assuming like most people now have Disney Plus, whether it's for Marvel, Star Wars,
yeah,
or
bro.
just
Just
Disney movies in general. So like
at
you
least
have access to everything.
at least one of your days off dedicated to watching some Marvel movies for like the next 6 weeks, and then you're caught up, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, nothing negative. It's just an observation how like it's really getting entangled now
Yeah.
with all all the plot lines and cameos and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, since we're talking about Disney, let's talk about this Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer that dropped today.
No.
That shit
Ooh,
beautiful.
I
Look,
love to see it.
as we all
Love it.
know, I'm not the biggest fan of Star Wars, but that trailer was gas.
That shit beautiful, bro.
Especially, dude, especially at the end when they did the Disney swish with the lightsaber. That was fire, bro.
Not only that, you get Darth Vader at the background. We already
Mhm.
know. We have the original actor for Obi-Wan Kenobi from the.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Did I say
Ewan
that?
McGregor. How you gonna not say his name?
Because I've kind of forgot his name.
How do
I'm
you
not going to
forget
cap.
the
No way.
name of Ewan
I'm
McGregor,
not
bro?
good
The
with
almost said Mark
fucking with the
legendary
name. I heard it before,
Scottish
but I just
beautiful
suck
man.
with fucking
Also,
names.
seeing an Inquisitor like live action, intense. That's dope as
Especially when the
fuck.
There's
blade
also a
started
new one too.
spinning. That was crazy.
Yeah,
This
I
is gonna
can't wait
be
to see the
good.
helicopter blades again. Love it. Want to see them fly with that bitch.
I'm dead.
Y'all think I'm playing, but I'm not.
All right. Well,
All I'm saying, bro, is Kenobi's gonna be the best Star Wars series. Fuck
facts.
the Mandalorian. Fuck Boba Fett.
Bruh. Okay. Agreed with Boba
Hey,
Fett,
we can
but
agree with Boba Fett.
chill with Mandalorian, bro.
I'm sorry, there's no way the Mandalorian's gonna be better than the Obi-Wan.
You want to bet?
No.
I don't know. I think there's
I
too many
mean,
people that love Baby Yoda and Mando.
Exactly.
Like,
Okay, but I would argue if you watch the show for just Baby Yoda, you're not a Star Wars fan. You're just someone.
oh, as a Star Wars fan, yeah, like no.
Like,
I agree with you, but the reason why I think it probably won't do as good as Mandalorian. Granted, I think it's gonna do amazing. Is probably just because of like casual watchers, just like no Baby Yoda, not me.
yeah, I ain't worried about the casual watchers, bro.
All right. Well, the casual watchers is where the quote unquote success comes from. So You better care about the casual watchers.
I'm not talking about this. I'm saying like watching it, like I think it's gonna be better than The Mandalorian. You guys are the ones who brought up the stats.
You're the one who said it's going to be the best Star Wars show. Fuck The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian's the most successful Star Wars property, period.
Yeah, but again, in what sense did you hear stats? I said the best, as in it's going to be the best one to watch.
If it's not the most viewed,
Then-
then it's not the best.
Oh, that's Caparoonies.
Thank you.
No, I'm
Listen.
saying, like, yes, sure, it might be one of the best things that's associated with Star Wars ever, but, like, if it's slept on, then it's just slept on. That doesn't mean that it's, you know, the best. It's just slept on.
Yeah, it's slept on because it's low key the best.
Whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. It's all Star Wars is trash anyways. So let's talk about the Batman.
Yeah, you're trash for that opinion. Anyways, yeah, Batman. Woo!
Dog, any casual Star Wars fan,
Batman.
or not casual, any hardcore Star Wars fan will agree that Star Wars is shit. So
Well, yeah, that's because Star Wars fans just want something to bitch about.
exactly,
Yeah.
which is why Star Wars is shit, bro.
They don't care about anything other than the Skywalker saga. Which sucks.
Not even.
Like,
They only care about the originals. They don't like the sequels. They don't like the prequels. None of
Bro,
that.
you give them what they want, and they still find something to whine about.
Exactly, which is why Star Wars is trash.
Speaking about whining about something, spoiler alert: the Riddler be whining about a lot of shit.
Okay,
Thank you
But
guys
it's
for
fair.
500
Alright.
But it's
followers.
fair.
all right, bro. Let's talk about the best movie of 2022
Alrighty,
When's that coming
so
out?
we enter the city.
next week.
Oh, facts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Facts, actually, facts.
We gotta talk about the one that's the best in two.
Until next week.
Okay, the best live action.
Yeah, the best
Hey,
live
here we
action of
go, there.
2022 so far.
Where do we even start? Should we
Yeah.
like start with like the vibes, like the
Alright.
Let's
the
start with what we thought about it first. Like,
Okay, sure.
quote unquote, spoiler free, just like thoughts on the movie as a whole.
The best Batman movie ever. Fuck all the other Batman movies. This one was the best one. Literally, I don't know if I agree with a 10 out of 10 like IGN and literally every other fucking thing that I've seen says, but it was definitely a solid 9.5. At the least. At the least. Adrian, I know you agree with me, bitch.
Oh, I agree with you for sure. And I want to see, and the people that do say like, "Oh, this is better than the Dark Knight series," and I as much as I want to agree with y'all,
They're right.
I want
though.
to see the Dark Knight. Listen, I want to see the Dark Knight series as it is
Nah,
by myself, as recent times, because I haven't seen those movies in fucking years,
they're
man.
dog shit.
So, listen, they ain't dog shit. Dude. They were the best Batman films until this one supposedly. All right, so I'm gonna watch some shits, and I'm gonna give my honest opinions about them soon, and then I can put the Batman up top or a little lower. I'll see how it goes. But for now, Batman might be running its hands with the Dark Knight series. I ain't gonna cap. It might be running its cheeks. And you know why? Robert Pattinson kills it.
Kills it.
Adrian,
Kills
don't even bother watching the first and the third movie.
Just
Honestly,
watch the one
just
with Heath
watch
Ledger.
The Dark Knight.
It's the only good one.
Because I can tell you now, the other two ain't scratching the surface. Like, just fuck
I'd
those
say the
two.
third one is still good.
No, it is
No.
not.
What?
Well, comparatively,
Here we are, Batman.
yeah, you could say that.
Don't compare
You
that
like
fuck ass
Bane,
Bane.
bro?
Don't compare that
What?
fuck ass Bane.
It's not some big brawling little motherfucker that's oversizing Hulk. No, that Bane was still good.
You're
What do you mean?
tripping.
Isn't Bane supposed to be Hispanic, or is that
Yeah.
just a version of him?
I think he is Hispanic.
Yeah,
But
he might be.
regardless, there ain't no venom in his fucking veins. That is not Bane.
He's not
That was
Venom.
trash. That was fucking
not
garbage.
Venom?
in the dark.
God.
Raised by it.
Look, I love Tom Hardy. I love Tom Hardy, but that is the worst dog shit thing that he has ever done. Hell no.
No,
Christopher
Bane was
Nolan is
pretty
fucking look, he may be a genius, but he was smoking some crack when he did that movie.
Adrian,
know,
please
I'm
continue your mini review of the movie.
Yeah.
Anywho, Robert Pattinson fucking kills it. Now,
What about Zoe
Selena-
Kravitz, bro?
and rub my
dead.
hand. And Zoe Kravitz got my heart as soon as she appeared in the movie. I saw them eyes. She looked at me in the screen. I'm like, bitch, you could have my kids.
I'm dead.
Anywho, she was jokes aside, she was a very amazing Catwoman. I will fucking stand on this hill, not because I have an eternal crush on Zoe Kravitz, of course, but she has been the best Catwoman on film. I don't care
Facts.
what anyone says. The Catwoman movie that was shown is ass. I will stand and die
Yo.
on this hill. That shit was fucking garbage. Anywho,
You really gonna say
Christopher
that about
Nolan.
Halle Berry, bro?
She can run them hands. I don't fucking care. That shit
That's
was ass.
wild.
Bro, you know why it's ass? Because it's not even like the real Catwoman.
it's
It's some fucking it's just some random Egyptian god. And he said, here's Catwoman. And then you want to know how the villain fucking dies? She scratches her face and the villain's like, oh no, I'm not pretty no more. And the bitch fucking falls and dies. What? That was so lame.
Wait.
What?
You mean to tell me that's not Selena's origin story?
I'm dead.
No.
That's not Selena Kyle's origin story, bro?
Bro, that was so fucking lame. I could have made that was so the lamest and unambitious shit I've ever seen in a fucking movie. Anywho, fuck that movie. I move on. I was about to fucking say Gordon Ramsay. I'm pissed. Commissioner Gordon, the actor for it, I don't know his name off of it, but he was very amazing. I really love how Batman and him are just playing off of each other, and it really just like shows even in the comedic like moments, like small little comedic moments, or you have Batman classically just disappearing on him after like he figures out some shit, and he's like, "Hey, what do you think? Oh, you're gone. That's cool." And then the Penguin's just funny. That's all I gotta say. He's just a goofy ass little dude.
You. Yeah, I got you.
Bruh, by the way, that car chase was
Car chase was fire.
fucking good. Oh my god. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best one, but
Nah, it was the best
maybe in this it might be, but like I really enjoyed that car scene. Riddler.
Sorry.
He's not
Bro,
Heath Ledger.
in the middle of the thing.
He's not Joker Keith Ledger level.
Keith
I
Ledger?
don't respect him. Is it?
It's Heath.
Heath Ledger. I don't know why. I
Like
said
the fucking
Keith.
Heath bar, bro.
No. But anywho, he's not Heath Ledger Joker. But shit. R.I.P. the GOAT. But he's just not that guy. The
You're not
Riddler
that guy,
did his
pal.
job. He did his job, and I dare say he did his job well. He uses some Discord mod with 500 followers, and that was able to convince a whole 500 people to be on his side.
He said he's a
He's pretty
Discord mod. I'm dead.
Bro, do you all remember when he showed up in his normal ass introduction with YouTube voice? Hey guys, it's Riddler here. Compared to like, this city will pay. Batman, you gotta help me solve this riddle. It's like, no, you see this introductory like YouTuber shit. It's the funniest thing ever. What else did I want to touch up on? The ending, I will say, it really felt I don't know. It felt like such a grand finale, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing because like this movie felt like it was so low key, and then all of a sudden the whole city is a threat. Now I get it's like a Gotham shit, so like something has to be like you got to raise the stakes for it. But I was thinking of something more like, oh, I can't let this person die, or Falcone won't ever get arrested, or someone just gets away, or da 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 da. I wasn't like expecting some citywide level threat like about to rain down on Gotham. Batman's character development is amazing. I would still say because you can tell like his first few years on the job, and it's still weighing down on him. He's not even like Bruce Wayne. He's like a little emo teenager that has Albert as a mom, and now he's like, no, I don't want to go to the meeting, Albert. Gosh, I gotta work on this crime scene.
Why'd you call him Albert?
Alfred. Oh my god. I'm like,
Bro,
I'm
what is up with
dead.
you today?
He don't know names, bro.
I really don't, bro. Other than that, I think I touched up on all the things I really wanted to touch up on.
All right, Jay, give us your your thoughts.
I thought the movie was pretty fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It made Batman into a detective movie. Like, this is the smartest Batman I've ever seen, bro. That was really fun. And like, I just loved like what Adrian said before the ending, it was so low key. And I liked that so much about it. Like, it didn't even feel like a superhero movie. It just felt like a detective who wears a bad suit kind of movie, bro. Like, it was fire. That aspect of it, I was done amazingly. Robert Pattinson, the ladies had him for Twilight. Now he's with the boys. He's for the boys now, all right? Tell the girls things are changing around here, okay? He's ours now. And villains, amazing. I loved Falcone. I loved the Penguin. I'm pretty sure I love the Riddler. Riddler Riddler's a menace, bro. He just be strapping bombs to people doing wild things. I gotta respect him for that, bro. He's pretty wild. Now, if I had and yeah, pretty much I agree with everything Adrian said too. Catwoman's amazing. Gordon's amazing. The casting was amazing. The characters were acted perfectly. If I had any like problems with the movie, I guess it would be like it would probably would be the ending
Yeah.
because it just felt, I don't know, it didn't feel like how the rest of the movie felt. But I feel like without that type of ending, Batman doesn't get that character development that Adrian was talking about. So it's a weird situation where it's like I think it maybe makes the Riddler feel like a weird character, but here's the thing, right? I'm saying all this, but I honestly feel like I have to rewatch the movie, and the ending has left me thinking. So like, even though I have this small critique with the ending, it's like I'm still thinking about it. So kudos to the movie for making me do that, because some movies you watch it one time, you're done, brain shut off, it's over. So this one, on the other hand, you know, it stuck with me a lot. So I feel like that speaks a lot to the quality of the movie. But anyway, I feel like the Riddler, he was setting all these elaborate um puzzle pieces basically to get rid of Falcone, and I was like, okay, perfect. That makes a lot of sense. And then at the end, he's like, we also have to keep killing a bunch of people. And I'm like, wait, what? I thought we achieved our mission here. Like, what's going on? But hey, I still had a lot of fun watching this movie, and I thought it was great. So yeah.
See, before we move on to Brennan, just a forewarning: there's going to be spoilers, so skip 2 minutes ish. I agree. The like final act or whatever, like, was really a huge shift from like what the Riddler as a character was, but I kind of I forgive it because I feel like you know how like everybody's like, oh well, genocide is wrong, but Thanos got a point, and you know going to war with like every single country is wrong, but Killmonger got a point. I feel like that was kind of just what they were trying to do with the Riddler, because I feel like if he didn't just try to kill a majority of the city at the end of the movie, then we would be left with the Riddler was kind of right though. You know what I mean? So I feel like that like last scene also was to kind of just be like, oh well, even though the Riddler was mostly right for what he did, he's kind of fucked up in the head at the same time. And also, I feel like there also needed to be like a huge action set piece, which that scene filled, because I don't really think that there was any like crazy action set piece up until that point. So that's just what I took that final scene as. It definitely was probably the downfall of the movie, if there was any. But it, like I said, it's still a 9.5, and that -5 is from the last part of the movie, in my opinion. But Brennan, let's hear your opinion.
So I'm the only one who thought this movie was like okay.
I'll explain to you why you're wrong but give us.
Yeah. I don't really care about why I'm wrong. All I'm saying is, one, the movie is a what 3-hour movie, 2 hours and like 50 minutes, right? Or is it?
Around there. I think it's
Yeah,
like
it's around
240.
there.
It's a
And
long one.
and this feels like a 3-hour movie. Like, it's not one of those movies that you watch it and you don't feel like you're sitting there for a while. You feel like you're sitting there for a while. Now, I agree with you, Diego, on the night you said it. Like, there's not a lot of parts that you can just cut out and like it'll still all make sense. Like, I'm not saying that like, oh, they could have gotten rid of this, and this, and it would have been shorter or whatever. But it felt long. It was very slow.
Yeah, it's a slow burn.
I'm not really one for those type of movies. I'm like, it can be kind of daunting to me, and just like I get bored. And those slow talk scenes where they're talking all slow and like, little bits and pieces, like I'm like, bro, okay, like, can we move on? Can we keep it going? I would actually disagree with Javen in the sense of the Batman was smart as hell or whatever.
Editor Wrath here. So Brennan starts talking about spoilers like right here, and we completely forgot to mention that, we're going to be talking about spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, just make sure to skip to the next part, or we'll catch you in the next episode.
He was in rooms full of people who are currently being paid off by people to not say anything. Not saying that Batman's dumb or anything, but like he didn't, like, after thinking about it, he didn't really sound that smart either, because he still didn't get the Riddler's final riddle until the Riddler basically told him, you ain't even figure it all out. Like, yeah, I'm here and I'm in jail, but like the best is still yet to come. Like, imagine the Riddler never said anything, bruh. Everyone dead. But of course he said something. The Riddler, I think, like, I don't see how they could have done the Riddler differently. I think they did a good job with the Riddler. I know a lot of people didn't like his costume. I personally think his costume was pretty good. It was very menacing, and it would have been very awkward to see like a almost goofy looking dude in a suit trying to be that menacing. I know the film was more focused also on like portraying Batman and like portraying the fact that like Bruce isn't really like a character at this point. It's more of Batman. Like, Bruce is Batman 24/7 basically in the movie. Like, even when he's out of the costume and he's walking around as Bruce, which is not very long of the movie, he's Batman. Like that, like Batman doesn't turn off for him in this movie, and I get that. I'm just not used to it. I don't want to say it's bad or I don't necessarily like it. It's just I'm not used to it, because anytime I've watched something Batman related or like cartoon, live action, movie wise, Bruce has always been the playboy, like, charismatic one. So it was just weird for me to see. I mean, like, yeah, there's not really like it was okay. To me, I think Heath Ledger's Joker definitely made me enjoy that Batman movie more than this one. But I will say, as a Batman movie as a whole, this is probably the best Batman movie, just out of like really getting down to the character and stuff. And also the way they portrayed Gotham. Gotham in Christopher Nolan's always seems like a New York, right?
Yeah.
Like, not
Yeah.
too gritty, not too bad, like kind of like New York. While this one, you genuinely just feel like Gotham is a disgusting place, like just filled with like nasty people, like just it's not like high end. There's parts of the city that may look a little more high end, but like you hear the crime, you see the crime, you just feel like you're in an unsafe place, as opposed to being in a place that happens to have Batman's villains in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that they went also through other villains that we haven't seen before. The Penguin.
At least that we haven't seen in a very long time.
Yeah. The Penguin was cool to see. Doesn't feel like more of just setting up for him to be a later. He's getting his own TV show, isn't he?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Penguin.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, that it was a pretty good setup to having that. But like hearing about like Don Falcone and stuff like that, the only real reason I know those names are because of the Gotham TV series. But like hearing those on the big screen and like seeing that they could go into a world more of that is cool. I mean, I'm not saying the movie's bad in the sense of like I don't want to go see like a second one if they were to do a second one, but I'd be interested to see more of the character develop. Like I'd like for them to get to a point where Bruce can split the factor of being Bruce Wayne and being Batman. Yeah, I mean, I guess other than that, I don't really have much to say. The Catwoman scenes were sick. Adrian literally next to me the entire movie. Every time something happened, bro, Adrian had some slick comment to say about her.
Oh
Bruh,
no way!
he pinned her on the table, and Adrian was like, "That should be me."
No way!
um, uh,
It should have
and
been.
like, who else? Oh, I didn't tell you guys this, but every time we saw Don Falcone, all I could think of was Transformers, because that's the dude
Yeah, it's the
who
dude
is the
who.
Sector 7, and, like, that's all I could think about. While he does a great job, like, he doesn't seem like a goofy government person in this movie, like, he just also doesn't have for me, this might just be because of the fact that, like, every time I saw and heard his voice, I could only think about Transformers, but he didn't really have that, like, super menacing factor to me. He kind of was just like he's the dude at the top that you're just like, "Really? Everyone's scared of this dude? Like, for real?" Even though he has all the connections to definitely make you disappear. Um,
You
but
know what? I think that might have been on purpose because like it was a secret to everyone else, but the people he was keeping the leverage on. So maybe that's why he's like keeping a low profile. Air quotes lowish because he still was a crime boss, but whatever.
yeah. Commissioner Gordon, I'll agree with Adrian, was really good, and like the connection between Commissioner Gordon and Batman was really good. I would have liked to, I guess I'm gonna play into Diego's hand. I would have liked to seen a little more of why Commissioner Gordon trusts Batman so much. Because the first thing I pointed out when I walked out of the movie was like Batman really let some low level thieves like get a few licks in, like really. And Diego was like, "Well, this is supposed to be like year 1 or 2 of Batman."
It's year 2,
So
specifically year 2.
so year 2. So I'd like to see why Commissioner Gordon would trust him so much,
That's year 1, bro.
even though well, yeah, but like I would have liked to see the flashback of like the turning point of him being like an untrusted vigilante, or at least like a story of why Commissioner Gordon,
Well,
has so much faith in
if they
him.
cover the Joker shit, then they'll probably cover that too, because I'm sure that him helping catch the Joker is the catalyst.
Maybe. So
Oh,
that's just something I would like to see. Like just like what was the turning point? Just because every other cop still doesn't really mess with Batman, and I know a lot of them are like under Don Falcone, but even the ones that weren't under him or weren't like there, like the first cop you see that like tries to stop him from going into the mayor mansion,
Okay, I have something
like
to say about that actually.
he's not he's not bought off, but he still didn't like the fact that Batman was there. Obviously, throughout the movie, he kind of loosens up to it and starts to understand, like, okay, so he just on a different level. Like this man's a little too good, but it's still like like I wonder why no one else has that type of trust in him, but only Commissioner Gordon does. So maybe they went through something to where only Commissioner Gordon and Batman know, which, like you said, could be the Joker thing. But yeah, other than that, like I don't want like I definitely don't think it was a 10 out of a 10. I'd give it like a 8 maybe.
Tripping.
But that's again, it could just be out of personal bias of like it feeling very slow and just being super drawn out.
Nah, so I know that earlier I said why you're wrong, but like it was partially a joke, partially not really a joke. Cause I think where you're coming from and where anybody else who dislikes this movie, I'm assuming, is coming from is because every time that we've seen Batman up until this point, it's because he's an established person in his like 30s and 40s, where this is literally Bruce Wayne is basically a kid. I mean, he's like 20 something in this movie, as opposed to being in his 40s, 50s. etc. So like I understand that like you don't exactly like how he's not a completely different person when he's Bruce Wayne, but like for the first few years of him being Batman, Batman is him. He didn't feel the need to be Bruce Wayne as shown several times in the movie. So like I get your criticism or whatever, but you got to kind of understand that this isn't the same type of Batman that we're used to seeing, you know what I mean? This is a completely different take. Just like how Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man isn't exactly the same as Andrew Garfield's or Tom Holland's. It's just a different take. But I think that it was executed beyond well cuz like if you really think about it, if you're getting the beat the fuck out of every single day, if you're tired as shit because you stay up all night, would you really be, this smooth putting on the persona of, "Oh, I don't do shit outside of just showing up here." Like I feel like that would be extremely because I try to do that every single day when I'm sleep deprived as hell and it's hard. So like doing that every day on top of getting the shit beaten out of me, that would be impossible. But I don't know. Cause like I understand a lot of your criticisms, but at the same time, like I feel like you're taking it at the face value of this, like this isn't the Batman that I know. This isn't the Bruce Wayne that I know. But because it's not.
Well, and to correct me if I'm wrong, Brennan, but that's only part of it. I mean, it's also for him a lot of the moments
It's
were
slow.
dragging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like
yeah. So I
that
right,
I
Brennan,
forgot
like
I
that's also
forgot to
part of it.
address that too. Cause like that's fine. Like I understand where you're coming from. It may just be because like detective movies aren't for you, right, Brennan?
I mean, it depends. I don't know. Like I can't think of detective movies right now, but like you'd have to
Detective
put them
Pikachu.
in front of me, and I'd have to sit down and actually like watch it, like I did the Batman. Because like we could say like, oh, Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr., but I never really sat down and like watched that movie. I don't think. Um, but it depends. Like if it catches me, it catches me. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't want to say this movie 100% didn't like capture my interest. It just like the dialogues and the way things happen just felt very slow.
I feel like that's
Like,
just because of the
mm,
type of movie it is. I don't know. Cause like
Yeah, I might have to. I feel like I got to agree with Diego. It really because honestly for
it's
me,
not a
and then
superhero
also
movie in like the
you
sense.
chime in too, Adrian, what you think. But I feel like this is like a peak detective film,
Yeah.
and so like if you didn't like the movie, it's probably just because of it's the type of movie it is. Like I feel like the execution they were going for, they did it perfectly, but it doesn't really matter if it's not your cup of tea, you know what I mean?
Well, because also, Brennan, you said that night that we saw the movie that this wasn't the type of movie you were expecting whatsoever. So, like, that also probably didn't help.
no, I was expecting it to be like that. I just like like I know it wasn't meant to be very actiony, but like to me the scenes felt very underwhelming.
I don't know how.
Um, it just did, and like I don't know, I don't know. I can't explain it. Just like it didn't. It wasn't what everyone made. Like I said that night, it could just be because of all the hype that everyone's put around it. But it just didn't like. I watched it and I'm like, this is what everyone's raving about. Like, yeah, it's a good movie, but it's not like a freaking perfect 10 out of 10. Like, I would go watch this like 2 or 3 more times over again type of movie. It was just like yeah, this was good and I could watch it here and there, but I'm not fiending to come and watch it again.
I
Um
don't know. I feel like a lot of that
like
hype is also because this is like the first true Batman movie. Because, like, with Christopher Nolan's Batman, too much tech to really make him a detective. It was just more of, 1 + 1 = 2. You don't have to figure out no complicated ass shit. And like with every other Batman that we've seen like lately, there's no detective work whatsoever. So
Yeah, he's just fighting
yeah, he's
aliens.
just fighting aliens and shit. So like I feel like it partially just is because the reason why a lot of people are saying it's a 10 out of 10 is because this is the closest that we've gotten to what Batman actually is out of the entire film industry that has, all of the films that have been done for Batman. Because, like, I agree with you. It probably isn't a 10 out of 10 movie, but it's a 10 out of 10 Batman movie.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it definitely probably stands as the best, like, all around as Batman as like a character and stuff. And like I said, even the fact of like how Gotham was
Yeah.
portrayed, and stuff like that. Like I don't want people to think I think it's a terrible movie. I just think it's high. Like it's not good. It's not like great in my opinion, but it's not like this is horrendously bad. It's a good movie. Just like if I could change things about it, I'd want to either make it more like make it feel like a shorter movie, so adding a little bit more of excitement. Maybe I was just missing the excitement factor. I wasn't excited for anything. Um, but other than that, like, because like I said, I under like the things that I have gripe with, I understand what they were going for, and they hit the mark with it. It's just like going forward, this could be one of those movies where I appreciate it more after like the second or third movie because of where things progress, or like where maybe like well, like I said, Bruce and Batman progress as characters, throughout the series, to be able to go back and be like, this is where they started, this is where they're at now. Um, because like I said, I really liked how they did the Riddler. Like, even though I think the movie's slow and like I wish they would have found a different way of like making certain things long. The Riddler, in my opinion, like, I don't know. I feel like I've seen a lot of people say Riddler wasn't the best, or anything, but I think it was really good, especially for what they were going for, trying to make it very detective like. Um, so I mean, I don't like my gripes with the movie are like I'm very aware they're like just personal things that like maybe just as like the movie experience or whatever, like I just personally don't enjoy as much as other people. Um, and also like I'm not blind to the fact that I'm more used to a more action-packed Batman movie, and like to me, it's still like you think of Batman, so you think of a superhero movie, so you think of like the superhero action and stuff like that, which this movie doesn't really have. Um, but like even with that being said, like it's still like I just movie and stuff, like if you think about it down to the like what they were going for, how they portrayed it, execution and stuff, then yeah, I would say this is probably close to a 10 out of 10 movie because they did everything they wanted to do and they did it well. But as an enjoyment aspect of me watching it and enjoying the movie, I'd give it probably like an 8, which still isn't a bad score.
All right, I want
So,
to cover
oh, sorry.
just one
Go
thing.
ahead, Adrian. Sorry.
So I wanted to cover something that we, for the most part, just haven't talked about. One, we skimmed it a little bit. I think Diego mentioned it. Joker for once,
Yeah.
because there's no way no one thinks that's not the Joker at the end. There's no way you just that's someone else. I was hoping it wasn't Joker to be the next villain. I kind of wanted someone like Scarecrow or
I've
maybe
seen
even
that. I've seen a
Penguin.
lot of speculation that either Two-Face or the Court of Owls will be the next villain. I'm really hoping for the Court of Owls because they've
I
already
would like
done
to see the Court
Two-Face
of
and they have not done Court of Owls yet. And Court of Owls would be sick ass. If
Owls.
anything, I think because I think they said they're gonna try to do 3. I think if anything, they should do the third one as Court of Owls because like once you deal with the Court of Owls, that's like all of the corruption in Gotham. So yeah.
Yeah, probably like his biggest villain for the
Yeah.
trilogy when if they do a
Because
trilogy.
like
There's no,
the
I mean,
Joker's already
I
dealt
doubt they
with, so
wouldn't.
there's no point in doing the Joker as the number 3. And plus, like the Joker's been overdone. I feel like as iconic as the
Yeah,
Joker is, don't get me wrong, but like every single Batman has had a Joker, and even this Batman has a Joker, but he's just not going to be a villain. Hopefully,
I mean, we already know some facts about the Joker in this series or this Batman.
yeah. Because didn't the director say
We
some shit about it or something?
Yeah, so the director said that he's already fought the Joker. That's why he's already in jail. He met him like in his first year, and originally there was going to be a scene where he meets the Joker to talk about the Riddler towards him, like get some insight. And Joker was gonna have a line where he says, "Oh, so this is gonna be our year anniversary, da 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 da." And say whatever. I don't know like the context or what exactly he says. And he's also apparently born with a birth defect that won't stop him from smiling
Yeah.
too. So it's also like a little interesting thing. Another thing I did want to talk about was the adrenaline shot he took at the last scene, like the last
Oh yeah, it looked like Venom.
couple minutes of the scene. Well, yeah, it looked like Venom. Some people say it's adrenaline. Brennan thought it was adrenaline. I personally think it's Venom,
The
which
fact that
could
it's
also
green,
be
there's no way that it's not like a at least like a what's it called, like a prototype of what Venom ends up becoming.
yeah. So that can maybe lead to an addiction. Not. I mean, yeah, an addiction storyline they can go off of for that.
Yeah.
And maybe Bane could be introduced. I don't know if he could, or I don't know if he would, but I don't know. That's just like a little hypothetical thing I was thinking of. Like, what was something he injected? It probably was Venom. It looked green. It's probably Venom, you know?
Yeah.
So that was something that I just realized we didn't touch up upon and I kind of missed too. And I just wanted to talk about those.
What were you gonna say, Jay? If you were gonna say anything.
No, I was literally gonna say, like, now that we did our mini reviews, anyone want to say anything specific? But Adrian literally just took it away, so like he ended up
Oh,
doing that. But I would like to respond to the things Adrian said. Yeah, honestly, Joker, like already, like, did we even really need that? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with the background story being there, like, okay, Joker's already been defeated, but, like, I don't know if we needed him in this movie, if we needed that scene. But it's fine. I'm not it is what it is. Joker's here. And, what was the other thing you spoke about? Oh,
Venom.
actually, Imma need y'all to do a little lesson for me. I'm not a DC comic book fan at all. I have no idea what Venom is.
So Venom
Venom. Oh,
is
okay.
the that you've seen Bane, right? What Bane actually looks like?
Yeah,
Like
I
he's
think I've
that
seen
big ass
pictures.
dude who has like these tubes that go into like his mask that have green shit in it. That green shit
Oh,
that's in
okay.
those tubes is Venom. It's like it's like correct me if I'm wrong cuz I it's been a long time since I've even thought of Bane, but it's like a super super adrenaline drug, Adrian.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty much what it
It's
is.
like
I
crack
mean, maybe like
adrenaline.
yeah, and you can get addicted to it, which also is the addiction storyline Batman goes through in one of the comics. It's been a while, so I don't know the specifics of Venom. Bane isn't like my favorite, but he is like a cool character in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
And like both of us said, like the fact that the adrenaline shot that he took was specifically green, I feel like that was on purpose because it's just too much of a coincidence in my opinion. But yeah,
I want to see Clayface.
Clayface would be
I
cool.
Who?
forgot about
But they're not
Clayface.
they
Or
said that they're not going to do like magic or mystical stuff with this, so Clayface is out.
Bro, I'm so sick of all these damn realistic. Bro, Batman has unrealistic ass villains
Poison
to
Ivy.
use them.
Literally Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
They're
Yeah,
in my
like,
opinion, she's
bro.
the one of like right next to Joker is the best Batman villain.
ooh, is it Doctor Ice or Miss Doctor Freeze? Fuck,
Mr.
what is his
Mr.
Freeze,
name?
but that's a
Freeze.
Flash
Mister
villain.
Freeze. Is
Yeah.
he?
Nah,
He's
he's
like
a little bit
both,
Batman too.
but
Oh wait, am I thinking of Doctor Cold? Hold on, there's like two because I think he was a different one, isn't he? There's like two
Captain
different
Cold.
Freeze villains. One for Bat. It might be. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta look this shit up because it's gonna
The
kill
one
me.
that was in the one Batman movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger played.
Yeah, I think that's Mr. Freeze.
I want to say that's Mr. Freeze too.
Captain Cold is yeah.
That's
Is Miss
Flash, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Captain
yeah.
Cold is
Captain Cold is
Flash.
Flash. Mister Freeze is
Is
actual
Batman.
Batman.
Like, I don't know, just like we keep seeing these, and even the villains that were supposed to be like a little more unrealistic, aka Bane, they put a realistic twist on them,
If
and
they're
it's
gonna do
like,
Bane, they need to fucking do Bane correctly. If I gotta suffer through one more dude with fucking daddy issues, Bane, I'm gonna lose it.
mhm. I don't know. I just like
It's like making Poison Ivy just some fucking ecologist.
random chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bitch
Just
I
some
like plants.
psycho-ecologist. Like, no. Don't. No.
Like, I'm sorry, but even Joker is supposed to be like unrealistic to a point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but you could... They...
you can definitely make him
And,
realistic
like, it's...
easier,
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can
but
make him realistic easier, because, I mean, they did it for the Joker movie, and they did it for this one. And even with Heath
yeah, but
Ledger's, so...
I
Do you guys
just like
go
what,
ahead, bro.
Jay? No, you're good.
Do you guys think that they should have found a way to make it Joaquin Phoenix?
Ah...
Or do you rather just
He's
keep it
too
separate?
old.
Well,
He's
I'd
too
rather.
old,
he's too
and
old, but, like, at the
movie
same
he
time...
saw Bruce Wayne as a kid,
Yeah.
so the timeline just wouldn't make sense.
Like, obviously, he would have to be much older. Like, he would have to be like, have makeup on to look older because he would be like, what, 15 years later. So yeah, he would be older. But hey, man, I ain't gonna be against an old Joker, bro. He's experienced. I was just
Yeah, I
curious
would
if you
say
guys were
just
for or
keep them
against that.
separate from
I mean,
this
I'm not
Batman.
against it particularly. I just feel like because I forget how specifically they said that the Waynes were killed, but I just feel like that would be like a weird retcon to make.
Oh, that's right. I forgot in Joker, he's the
He's the
reason
reason why they
that.
got killed. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about that, to be honest. So yeah. All right. Dang. If only they didn't only they didn't have that little part in the movie, the Joker. This would have been a lot easier to put together.
See, but like I agree with you that like that Joker scene probably could have been done without, but like at the same time, I feel like that kind of sets up maybe like a sequel series or a sequel trilogy, you know what I mean? Where like the Joker, the Riddler, and some other Batman villains get up and then like or get out, and then it's like the Arkham game storyline where he just has to kind of run the gauntlet with all his villains that escape from prison.
That'd be weird because like I feel like
Well, not
I
all in
don't
one
know.
movie, but I mean like over a
Yeah,
trilogy, he has to recatch all of his villains. And some of them will be a little bit easier, like the Scarecrow and the Riddler will be a little bit easier because he already knows how to deal with them. The Joker will probably be the hardest one to get because it's the fucking Joker.
yeah, yeah. They can do something like that, but I feel like that's gonna be like another trilogy
Yeah.
that he will have to go through. Can't be this one. This one's like
But to Brennan's point, like yeah, because I know what you mean. Like I'm kind of sick and tired of them doing realistic villain or yeah takes on the villains too. But like Batman has enough villains to where you can do realistic ones and not ruin specific ones at Bane. I still don't understand why Christopher Nolan chose to do that.
Well, like them doing these realistic ones is making them just reuse the same goddamn villains. So it's just like I want to see something a little different. You know what I
Well,
mean?
like they could do like a whole ass movie focused on Two-Face to where it's not just, a rehash of what happened in Dark Knight Rises, I
Hmm.
think it was the one. I don't remember which one it was. And like I said, they could do Court of Owls. That whole movie could just be Court of Owls. It'll be kind of like a different take on this movie because he has to do a bunch of detective shit to figure out how to find the Court of Owls. But like it's just like if say the Court of Owls confirmed is the third one, that middle one. There's a handful that you could do and like a realistic take of it. Like I said, Two-Face, Scarecrow works. You just kind of gotta make it a little sciencey, but Scarecrow could work.
Yeah. The Court of Owls would also lead to Ra's al Ghul,
Yeah,
right?
and that's exactly what I was gonna say
oh, yeah.
afterwards. I was like,
Yeah.
you could nix the Lazarus Pit, and you could do Deathstroke or Ra's. Like it could
I'd
work.
love to see them do a good Ra's al Ghul. I personally don't think they did justice in the first Batman
No.
movie with Ra's al Ghul. So I'd love to see like a proper Ra's al Ghul done,
I would love to see
and the
him
use of a
fight
Lazarus
Deathstroke,
pit.
honestly.
Yeah,
That would also be very
I was saying I
sick.
want to see Deathstroke, low
Because they
key. Like,
they teased it, and that's never gonna happen. But like seeing him fight Deathstroke would be great.
Yeah. I will say though, before they get to that point, they definitely. I don't know how he is. Like they didn't want to go all out, but they might want to make sure Robert Pattinson can actually do more like heavy action scenes before they get to that point, though.
I'm sure he can. He's got the
probably
Yeah.
could. He
physicality
really
for
wants
it.
to do more.
That's why I said I didn't want to judge too much off of this movie, but like, because even the fight scenes in this movie, in my opinion, were very like
They were very
two
yeah,
dimensional, like very simple.
yeah.
Nothing like too hard, which is why I'm like maybe he just isn't
I
like,
think most of that
up to
had
par
to
with it
do
yet.
with the suit. Because
Maybe.
that suit didn't look like, you could just run around in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of looked a little stiff,
Yeah.
if you ask
And
me.
I feel like the way that they could just, write that off is like, oh, as he progresses, he figures out a way to make a more efficient suit. Because like,
True.
I feel like that's what these movies will be, is just like him learning how to get to the Batman that we've seen in all the other movies.
Oh, none of us have gotten to see it yet, but I think there is like another extra like, I don't know if it's a scene or if it's just information, but at the very end when it says goodbye, it flashes the Rada Alada
Oh yeah,
thing, and there's something about going to the
no,
website, and if you figure out the puzzle or
I
whatever.
covered that because that's the theory that Two-Face will be the next villain. It has I haven't personally done
Oh,
it, but
okay.
that's the theory
Okay.
that Two-Face will be the next villain.
So wait, what does it even show?
I have
Like,
no
is
idea,
it?
but I saw something and somebody was like, or like the post was just saying that the website might be teasing at Two-Face. So
Interesting.
maybe like next week or something we can clarify if either one of y'all want to bother, or maybe an article will come out specifying what it is.
Listen, bro, if an article ain't coming out, I ain't seeing it because I ain't Batman, bro. I ain't here to solve no goddamn riddles.
Yeah.
I mean, we already know how to. I mean, Brennan, you already sent us a TikTok for
No,
this.
it changed.
Did it?
It changed.
That's
Yeah, apparently,
crazy.
like either a few hours or the next day it changed.
That's crazy.
So I don't know if it's like been like a daily, like it changes daily type of thing or anything like that, but at least after that first one, it definitely changed.
That's wild. That's whoever's in
Damn.
charge of that website deserves a gold medal. All right, well, Yavon, you got anything else to add?
Nah, man. I can't wait for the sequel on God.
X. I don't know how long we've been recording, so do we want to do what is Weebly Weedin?
The only thing I want to say is I saw Uncharted, since I know we didn't really cover that ever, and the thing.
Oh, you're right.
Considering I never really played the games all that thoroughly, I don't know if it really matches up. But Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland make a really good combination, and it's genuinely like a good and entertaining movie. So I
Interesting.
recommend seeing it if you haven't. But yeah, I saw that like a day or two ago.
Interesting.
I'll just do my piece a little bit. I just continually just been reading Berserk and watching Hunt Monster, and at first I was thinking, damn, is Monster getting boring? But it dawned on me, no, I'm learning how to fuck this villain, aka fuck, I forgot his name. Anywho, the main villain is his villain shit, how he manipulates people and all that good shit. Berserk, on the other hand, I'm getting through all the war shit. And I literally just finished it today, like with the war shit, and I have like less than 60 chapters to go.
Damn.
So I'll probably be ending Berserk soon, which is gonna be sad. It's gonna hurt me,
That's crazy.
but yeah.
Javen. All right. I watched some more Hunter x Hunter. I think I watched like 5 episodes today. This little training arc that Gon and Killua are going through is fire. Low key. I read 1 chapter of Rent a Girlfriend this week. That's sad. I read 1 chapter of Bleach this week, which is also sad.
All right, bro. You just don't got the time, bro. Grinding.
Not even, dude. I've just
Grind.
been I don't know, man. For like the last like 2 weeks, I've had no motivation to do nothing. Like I haven't even made a video this week. That's how little motivation I have. You know, the last time that I haven't made a fucking video was like when my grandma passed. That's it. Like that was the only break that I took. So, and I don't even got a reason. I mean, I might be burnt out low key. I'm not really sure. I just be not one to do nothing lately. But yeah,
I honestly haven't really watched or read anything new. Just keeping up with
you read more One
oh
Piece,
god, not since the last time we recorded.
bruh.
Not since last week.
F
Yes, I just watched. I'm just keeping up with My Dress Up Darling, of course.
peak.
Peak Fiction, and then also trying in the process of catching up still with Rust Eater Bisco. I watched like another episode or two. It's getting better. I'm still like in this weird spot where I'm like, I kind of like it, but I'm not like heavily invested either. But it's definitely not like bad or anything.
Yo, that's
So,
crazy. You actually reminded me of what I have been watching this week.
bruh.
It's
And then,
oh yeah, you're right.
oh,
I thought you were done. My fault.
yeah, you can get back to yourself after I'm done. Thank you
I
very
thought you were
much.
done. I'm
Actually,
sorry.
well, I'm starting to remember more things. I finished Boba Fett. I finally finished Boba
Mid.
Fett. Not gonna lie, yeah, it was kind of mid, bro. Mandalorian came in for an episode, saved it for me, but other than that, I don't know, man. That show just didn't hit home for me. And then I've also been watching Vanitas. I'm keeping up with Vanitas as well. Show is very entertaining, not gonna lie. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's it. That's it right now for me.
All right. So see this season I promised to keep up on all the anime that I wanted to watch, but I've fallen off hard on several things. And this week I caught up on the 9 episodes that are out of Miss Koreitsu from the Monster Development department. Not going to lie, the anime ain't the best, but it's funny as shit. So that's literally the only thing that I've actually like heavy watched aside from Hunter. But yeah, that's all.
I want to say thank you all for watching. If you guys watched to this point, we greatly appreciate it. It's no I in team, right? Anywho, fuck, where was I going? Anyways, link is gonna be in the bio. Diego's link is gonna be in the bio. His YouTube stuff. Jay's link, the god of anime, of course.
Of course.
Me, on the other hand, I have a Twitch in the bio. I also have a meme page coming up a little bit. Dark King Utah. You can go follow Brennan on his pop account on Insta too. I don't know the name off rip. With that being said, see y'all.
Wow, that was efficient as hell. That's crazy.
Not really. I kind of fucked up.
Bro, that was way faster than any of these two motherfuckers would do it, so congrats. All right.
Have a nice
I
shit.
fucking hate you. I hate you. Javen, say goodbye.
Adios.
Goodbye.